Good afternoon, people. This is James Martin, the owner of Hampton Roads Dustless Media Blasting. We started this business about a year and a half ago, offering paint stripping, eco-friendly paint removal, rust removal in the Hampton Roads area. You can see behind me our green machine. Actually, that's a compressor. You can see a pallet of media on the back of the truck or the trailer for a future job we're doing on Monday that we're supposed to be doing today, but the weather rained us out. So, want to give you guys a little show of what we have. I know I get a lot of people kicking the tires, wanting a quote. They'll send me very little information, and it's kind of like one of those things, or they'll send me a message on our business Google page, or they will give me a text or an email. And it's like, how much is it to blast this car? How much is it to blast this boat? How much is it to do this or do that? Very little information. They expect me to give them a full quote. When it comes to blasting, things like that, we like to do that and give you a quote so it's accurate. People have sent me pictures, and because I'll be driving all day with people calling me, kicking the tires, we like to say, because I tell them something and then I waste my time. In a sense, it's not wasting my time because I own a business. But what people don't take in consideration is when I'm driving 60 miles one way, 50 miles one way, 30 miles one way, making a round trip, I drive a diesel truck because I got to tow this piece of equipment. That's a lot of gas and my time. When I go look at something, and then you give someone a quote and then they do not return phone calls. When you try to get a hold of them, all of a sudden, to that time of giving them that quote, the phone's working just fine. Then once you give them that quote and you try to follow up with them, they don't answer the phone or they don't return phone calls. So you could try to plan your week out ahead of time, things like that. So not really discouraging, but a little bit aggravating. This is a business. If you want a quote, I'm not going to really give it to you over the phone. I might give you a high and a low, just because I've talked to people on the phone and I've kind of, over the time, been able to pick out who's serious and who's not serious and who's full of shit. Oh, excuse me. And so my thing with that is, if you want an accurate quote and you're serious about getting an eco-friendly method of removing paint and rust on your metal, whether it's a car, whether it's steel beams, whether it's just some piping, or doing a boat, whether you want to do, if you want to do anti-fouling, removing of the anti-foul, which is a protectant coat on the boat, take it down to gel coat. If you want to do that, that's one price. Now, once I take, for an example, a boat, and I get down to the gel coat, and there's a buttload of blisters, well, guess what? You want to go further, then there's more money to pop those blisters and go into the gel coat to pop those blisters so they can be refiberglassed and then the boat can be resealed. Not to mention all the things that goes involved with encapsulation of a boat. I mean, hell, doing a boat, which a lot of people don't get, for 20 foot by 100 foot 3mm plastic is almost $70 for a roll of that. And when you do a boat, you go through usually about between 2 to 2.5 boxes of that plastic. So let's add that up with a shrink wrap tape. That's about $150, okay? And people don't understand why we have a fee for encapsulation unless I got someone I'm working with on a repetitive basis and they give me more work. And they're not just your average person. Let's say they own the marina and it's repeat work, then of course I'm not going to charge them as much because they're giving me a boat every week to do. So it's not like someone, we just did a boat all the way, drove all the way to Gloucester to do at this marina, and we did it the first day. We moved the anti-fouling, and it was blistering so bad once I got the anti-foul coating off of the boat, went down into the gel coat, and even after I did it, blisters just started popping just because of the wetness, the wet media, because that's how you have to do it at a marina to keep the cloud down. When we had it encapsulated. So there's a lot to that. So and then things with cars and things like that. We're dustless blasting. That's what some people don't understand. Dustless blasting is mixing water in the pot with the media to create or keep the dust bloom down. You're still gonna have water vapors and you're still gonna have some stuff that can travel through the air, but it does keep the dust bloom down, unlike doing it without water mixed in it it would be massive as far as its travel would go. Okay, so it is an eco-friendly way to remove. I mean, if you live out and got 3 or 4 acres and you live out in Pungo and we put something out in the middle of nowhere and blast it, that hits the ground, it'll be fine because it's eco-friendly. I mean, I got a tent, like carport tent at the house, and I've been blasting in there for doing small things, and my grass still grows green. So it works fine because we're a mobile business. As you see with this warehouse, if you look at this, I have, it ain't gonna follow me, but if you look here at the warehouse, you know, that's another box truck. It's not massively big, but this is where I store the equipment and I do the maintenance on my equipment with what I do. So anyhow, I know it's been a long video. You guys, you guys need anything, excuse me, when it comes to blasting, we can definitely take care of it for you and do it right. Okay, so call us at 797-6655 and let us help you out with all your paint stripping needs. We are the ultimate in surface restoration, and we can just show you that. And maybe we'll see you around at some car shows or some vending shows this year. We're going to try to participate in some of those here down the road. Okay, so you guys have a great day.